Hello everyone, my name's Idiotic Synergy and today we are talking about the Penitent engines. Yeah, I'm going to mess up this word so many times, fellas. Basically, I don't know what that was. Basically, though I said in my last video I prefer the Mortifiers over the Penitent engines, that is only because the Mortifiers look a lot cooler. In my opinion, I think they look a lot cooler and they look a lot more horrifying. However, I do think the Penitent engines, from like a gameplay point of view, are better. If you want something that's effective, then you pick up these. I mean, granted, they are both wonderful machines to use in game, and they both look really cool. Uh, though I prefer the weird sarcophagus full of drugs over, this. I think I think the thing that also makes the Mortifiers horrible is that it's done to their own sisters. Well, these Penitent engines, they're done to any prisoner or anyone that flouts the rules of the Imperium. And there's something about the Mortifiers that are more terrifying because it is done to their own. There is nothing more terrible than a traitor. And it gives it, and I think it gives it, it gives the Mortifiers that more of an edge. But I do like the Penitent engines because it's literally, right, any prisoner or any arsehole that comes near me, you're getting shoved in this machine, mate. And I love them. I love them both. They are both really good options, but practicality-wise, you would go with the basic I can't talk. The Penitent engines rather than the Mortifiers. Though that being said, I do like both. I do like both. I do prefer the Mortifiers because they look cool in my opinion, but the Penitent engines look the same. So it's up to you really whether you want to use a bunch of horrific sisters or a bunch of horrific people. I do love the design of them just because it shows that the Imperium is a bit fucked, and that's an understatement. I mean, granted, everybody in 40k is evil, but it just shows that the sisters are just extremists in their own right, yet they do. It's a bit weird when I think about it, but with the sisters, they work with the ecclesiarchy, right? But the ecclesiarchy has condemned the redemptionists for being extreme, yet they run this. it's like, come on, don't be a hypocrite. It's like, it's either fine to burn down a building full of random people, or isn't it? It's so weird. I love that about Warhammer, because in Warhammer you have a faction that is just so hypocritical and evil, and yet they're the least worst option. Like in any other game or any other world, the Imperium would be the definitive bad guys. In Warhammer, they're not as bad as some of the others. I mean, still, they're pretty bad. But, they're not as bad as Dark Eldar, in my opinion. I think Dark Eldar do a lot worse stuff than the Imperium does. Yet, weirdly enough, Orcs are sort of better than the Imperium in just the fact Orcs take everything as a joke. But it does mean everybody else sees the Orcs as horrifying. So, it's all about perspectives, and that's what I love about this setting and this hobby and everything. It's really interesting. Yeah, it's really fun. And I do like the engine. But we need to see how they do in game, and why I've been saying that these Penitent engines are a lot better in game than the Mortifiers, even though the Mortifiers are a solid choice. Let me show you. So, these are the rules for the Penitent engine, and they are 50 points instead of 55, so it's 5 points cheaper. Woo! It might not sound like a lot, but if you're running 4 of these, it quickly adds up. So they're cheaper. And, they're also free power level. But honestly, who uses power level? That be it, 10th edition, whoops, all power level, no more points, just power level. We have streamlined, that would be the worst nightmare, wouldn't it? Just no more points, just power level. I would loathe that. The one thing I want in 10th edition, while I'm, digressing, the one thing I want in 10th edition is a return of templates. I miss my templates. Give me back my scatter dice. Ever since I've been playing Necromunda, I have missed scatter dice. There was something so fun about using a rocket launcher that could kill you or your opponent or everybody in between. It was really fun, and they got rid of it because, ooh, we need to streamline it. Give me back my templates. Give me back my flamer templates, because you could kill a whole bunch of units with those templates instead of just targeting the one unit. If it was under the template, it was burnt. Everything burnt, and that's why flamers were so good with templates. But no, we have to get rid of them and only put them in Necromunda and Horus Heresy. Give me back my templates. Right, now that I've got that out of my system, the rules. They are worse than the Mortifiers because it's just random prisoners, I assume. So, weapon skill 4 and ballistic skill 4, you might look at that and go, it's wank, and just use Mortifiers. I really wouldn't recommend that. I really wouldn't recommend writing them off just because they have a worse weapon skill and ballistic skill. However, the ballistic skill doesn't mean a damn thing, because they've got flamers. That's right, not heavy bolters, flamers. So that ballistic skill could be 6, and I would still recommend it because it's a flamer, mate. You don't hit with flamers. I love flamers. Flamers are so good. They are so janky. Especially in Necromunda, just because of templates. There's something so fun about burning things with a template. Or even using a shotgun with scatter shot with a template. It's like, yes, 6 shots of whatever the fuck coming your way. Just whoom. It's so good. It's so good. I miss my templates. I need more templates. I need scatter dice back. Right. It's the best feeling with the flamer template. You could really jank it up and take out multiple units. It was delicious. Anyway, despite that, the rest of the stats are the same. Strength 5 and Toughness 5, not weapon skill. Wounds 5, 4 attacks, Leadership 8, and Save over 4. And without the sarcophagus, that will stay a 4. So, you might look at this and go, oh, well, worse weapon skill, not worth bringing. But they do get access to the flails, which, by the way, flails are the best choice. I'm just saying, flails are always a better choice than buzzblades. Yes, you get really good hard-hitting attacks with the buzzblades, but the flail gives you more, and more attacks the better, and AP -2, and damage 1 ain't to be sniffed at. So, yeah. Those are the weapons. And you might think that this is worse than the Mortifiers. And you would be right. However, there is one skill that the Mortifier doesn't have. And that's Endless Suffering. Because this skill probably makes this a better unit. You can advance and charge. Now, obviously, that might not mean a lot, but its movement is already 8. You roll a 6 as well. That gets you pretty goddamn close to the enemy, and with the smaller board size, you can charge turn 1 if you're lucky. And doing that with Penitent engines is fucking brutal. It's one of the most horrifying sights I have ever seen in this game, is a full Penitent engine squad of just flails and buzzsaws, turn 1 charging a Khorne demon and killing it. It is brutal. It is absolutely brutal, and it's why I love these Penitent engines so much. They're just killing machines. They are awesome. Also, they also get the 5-up Feel No Pain, and they get Wrath of the Penitent, where you get to have 5 attacks if you have either 2 flails or 2 buzzsaws. So, Right, here's something I don't get. Does anyone actually just do half and half? Because there is no point doing half and half. There really isn't. You go all in with flails or buzzsaws. You don't do half-half. That's all manner of wrong, in my opinion. That's not committing. You either need all flails or all buzzsaws, but that's just my personal opinion. And having 5 attacks with the flails gives you 10 attacks. Oh, it's wonderful. But the Instrument of Pain and Penance is also a thing with these engines, and that's all I have to say. The mortifiers have more, they have the bolter and hit better, and, you know, might be useful in melee, where you roll a 4, they come back and might kill that unit. But if you need something, you know, possibly charging turn 1, then this one is solid. And though I like the look of the mortifier more, this one's more practical. However, you might disagree. You might think that this is worse and the mortifiers are more practical. It's all up to you. I'm not your dad. I can't tell you what to do. But I do know really nice body horror when I see it. And these engines just show how fucked up the Imperium is. That and the Arco Flatulence, which I need a box of. I just need a bunch of Argo Flatulence to be bone pickers for my Necromunda gang. There is nothing stopping me running a 20-man gang of just bone pickers to flay people's skin alive. There is nothing stopping me with that. Anyway, I've been Idiotic Synergy, and if you enjoyed this video, thank you for enjoying it, but if you didn't, that's cool. And I'll see you next time with some more weird Warhammer models, and Adepticon is soon, so I hope we're all hyped for that. I'm covering Adepticon as well. I'm not live streaming it because my internet is awful, but I will make individual videos on all the reveals where I can go, ooh, this is awesome, or it's shit. It's either one of the two reactions. I don't ever do anything by half. But I'll see you later. Take care, stay safe, and look after each other. Means a lot. Thank you very much.